During this episode of Conversations with Glen Taylor, I asked Glen and Jean about an acquisition from Deluxe. Jean shares Glen's patience and his willingness to walk away from a deal that is not the right fit. Glen also shared some of his thoughts about acquisitions versus startups and the importance of both.
We have a lot of people in our company that are working on acquisitions and opportunities and stuff. We need to talk about it all the time because I can still see it happen, that people get ingrained in doing a deal and you got to talk them out of it because they gradually slip into something that's unprofitable, or probably even more so, they overlook something that's critical and they said, well, that's not important. It is, and it usually is. It's a very important part of it. It makes a difference between a good deal and a bad deal. So that's something I learned early, something I've tried to enforce. We certainly have made mistakes. You still make mistakes sometimes on that because you miss some things. But as a whole, it's kept us from doing a lot of deals that would have been bad.
Current was a situation where we were very intrigued by the company. We bought it from Deluxe, another Minnesota company, right? And we were very intrigued by parts of that business that were similar to what we were doing, but had a different customer set, or they had extensions for their customers of products and services that we didn't have. So we thought it was a real opportunity to grow. It also was a pretty big company for us to acquire, one of the bigger ones that we had acquired at that point in time. And Deluxe, as a large company, brought in some people to help them sell it, and they put it out for bid, and we went through that process. That was one of the earlier times we had done that. A lot of times it was just through relationships that the acquisitions happened. And we bid on that company 3 times. And we bid, and we were not the lowest bid. And, you know, there's always that excitement to say, well, maybe we should increase the bid so we can get it. And Glen was so patient. He was just so patient. And he would say, well, that was our number that we thought would be a good number. And somebody else thinks they can, you know, buy it for more than that. That doesn't work for us. So, you know, we'll back out. And that deal fell apart. And so they put it back out again, and we bid again. Second time we bid a lower number, right? Didn't get it. Somebody else got it. Again, everyone was like, oh my gosh, but if we go back up to where we were, and Glen was like, no, you know, we've learned some things, and maybe we shouldn't. That deal fell apart. It came back again. We bid a lower number, and we got it that time. And that patience to just let it play out and to constantly reevaluate is something I remember a lot. And whether that's in acquisition situations or other situations, do what you think is the right thing for you to do. Don't get caught up in the emotion of it. And in a lot of cases, things come back around if it's meant to be.
You never want to give up on organic growth or acquisitions, but they're for different reasons. Organic growth shows the strength of your inner company. Do you have the ability to go out and make new sales in a difficult environment, no matter what the environment is? Do you have a sales team that's strong enough? Once you do it, do you have a service people who are strong enough to making sure that you do that? Now, acquisitions is for another reasons. It's for a lot of reasons. One is for new ideas. You go out there and you buy somebody else, and they just do things different because they're in a different part of the country, because they've had different experiences. So you get new ideas that can help all your companies, not just that companies. We've always broke it down in our budget meetings. Even today, we have it down there. How much are you going to do organic growth? And if you're going to do an acquisition, what is it? You've got an organic growth. You've got the name, who it is, which accounts, and how much. And you got to put something down. You can't just say, I'm going to grow 5%. You got to have, how are you going to grow 5%? And if you're going to grow 5%, you better have 10% down because it's hard to get it. So we always have tell them, you better have more accounts than just your goal. So I don't know of another substitute. I think all good companies are like that. I don't think there's anything unique about us in that area. I think we copy other companies just as much as they copy us.